This is the core of a strategic response. It's not about being fearless or having secret market knowledge. It's about having a plan, sticking to it, and using moments of uncertainty to make thoughtful decisions. Mark's approach shows how discipline and a clear strategy can help you weather even the worst downturns and sometimes come out even stronger. The real impact of Mark's choices became clear in the years that followed. The long-term reward, turning crashes into gold. Staying disciplined in the middle of a financial crisis takes more than just a solid investment plan. It takes a mindset that can withstand months of bad news and uncertainty. Mark's approach during the 2008 downturn is a clear example of how the right attitude can turn short-term chaos into long-term opportunity. He didn't focus on the daily swings or let headlines dictate his moves. Instead, he kept his eyes on the bigger picture and trusted that the market would eventually recover. The main topic here is the long-term reward that comes from turning crashes into gold. Mark's discipline paid off over the next several years. The assets he picked up when prices were low steadily gained value as the economy bounced back. Some of his investments more than doubled or tripled as confidence returned to the markets. He didn't try to guess the exact bottom or time every move perfectly. Instead, his edge was sticking to his plan and keeping his emotions in check, even when it felt like everything was working against him. It's important to remember that staying invested during a downturn is emotionally tough. Watching your portfolio shrink, sometimes for months on end, can make you question every decision. Mark faced moments of doubt, just like anyone would. He wondered if he was making a mistake, especially when it seemed like the bad news would never end. These feelings are normal, and they're a big part of what makes investing through a crash so challenging. But Mark's story shows that enduring those tough stretches can lead to some of the biggest payoffs. Historically, major indices have rebounded and gone on to reach new highs over the years following recessions. Investors who stayed the course during the 2008 crash, for example, saw their portfolios recover and then grow far beyond their pre-crisis levels. A modest investment held through the downturn could have more than quadrupled over the next decade. In contrast, those who sold at the bottom and waited on the sidelines often missed out on the strongest part of the recovery. This gap in outcomes highlights just how costly it can be to let fear drive your decisions. Part of the reason for this difference is the power of compounding. Recovering from a big drop takes disproportionately larger gains, but by staying invested, you let compounding work for you rather than fighting it. Each rebound builds on the last, and over time, those gains can transform even a battered portfolio into something far more valuable than if you tried to jump in and out of the market. Mark's experience is a reminder that treating downturns as opportunities instead of disasters can change your financial path in a big way. It's not easy to watch your investments fall in value, and it's natural to feel anxious or even scared. But the biggest rewards often come to those who can manage those emotions and stick to their strategy. People who let fear take over tend to look back with regret, realizing too late that the real opportunity was in staying patient. So when you think about the next market downturn, ask yourself, are you ready to hold steady when things get rough? The real reward comes to those who can keep their mindset strong and see beyond the panic. That's what sets successful investors apart and lays the groundwork for long-term growth. Understanding this mindset is just the beginning. Conclusion: thriving in tough markets isn't about making perfect predictions. It's about managing your mindset and sticking to your plan. The best investors don't let fear drive their decisions. They rely on discipline even when things feel uncertain. Will you let fear decide your next move, or will you stick to your plan and seize the next downturn as a buying opportunity? Take a moment to share in the comments how you handle market volatility. Your experience might help someone else in this community. If you found this mindset shift helpful, subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss our next strategy breakdowns.